easy degrees in the social sciences. Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Toby. If you're new on YouTube channel, you're most highly welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always supporting and coming back. So the first degree I'm going to be looking at is philosophy. A lot of people actually understand what, I'm not sure a lot of people understand that, but I believe a lot of people actually understand what philosophy is. It's actually kind of broad as well, but it's pretty much very straightforward. You know, you're trying to understand historical context towards things, you're trying to understand beliefs, you're trying to understand values. Next one I kind of find very interesting as well and pretty much straightforward is education. Whilst you're going into education, you know, you literally know what to expect, you know what your learning focus is. It's not that broad, it's not that, you know, intertwined, it's not that, you know, it doesn't have that loads of like subtopics, I must say. But if you're doing education and you have anything to say in regards to this, please feel free to drop down your comments. I'm happy to opinions, that's absolutely fine. Then the next one I'm going to be looking at is music. To be fair, I've always wished I could sing because I always thought music was just about singing. However, it seems a bit complex, but I think if you have a passion for it, it's pretty much straightforward and easy for you to actually go into. Like I said, that's if you've got like that passion for it. But if someone like me is actually going into music for my degree, I'm literally going to struggle because it's not for me. The next one I actually consider pretty much straightforward is hospitality management. Hospitality management, you know, it's something I feel like even without going into university for you can actually do. But obviously a lot of degrees these days without going to university for you can actually do it. But you need that, you know, you need that degree, you need that knowledge, that understanding of the key concepts you're going to be using at your workplace. So obviously a university degree is actually acknowledgeable. Sometimes you could also do like short courses that could actually be helpful in you getting better jobs or in you getting like the best experience you can actually get in that field and to also grow in terms of like your career in that field. The next one I'm going to talk about is graphic design. If you haven't got an interest in these degrees, don't get me wrong, you might find it, you know, you might struggle with it. But for graphic design, actually sometimes I actually use I use like some tools, like I use Canvas and all that, and I could, you know, do some designs, and I find it very interesting and very, you know, fascinating. So I can imagine if, you know, you have to go into university for that, or you have to take a course for that, it's gonna be super cool. You know. So if you're really doing that, I really wish to hear your opinion on that, because I can imagine how, you know, how that experience is. I would actually love to take like those sort of courses, because I would, you know, I feel like if you've got an idea of what you're doing, if you've got that interest, it's pretty much easy to actually navigate through it, because these things are things you could do without actually reading a manual to it, if you get what I mean, as opposed to certain degrees that without reading you can't actually apply it into the societal into the society, basically, as opposed to you just doing them based on the fact that you just know it, it's just inherent in you. So graphic design is actually one other course that is pretty much straightforward. And me saying all these courses doesn't mean that these courses are not of a value or whatever. Trust me, there are high-paying jobs as well. So if you want to go into any of these degrees, please feel free to actually do so. I made other videos in terms of like in terms of degrees and jobs that I could actually go into. So if you want to check out my other YouTube channel, please check them out to actually know what sort of jobs you can go into or what sort of jobs you could actually apply for. All these jobs I'm mentioning are all high-paying jobs. All you need to do is to strategize around it and just stay focused. The last one I'm going to be talking about is creative writing. Creative writing is something that is very interesting as well, especially in this, you know, in this day and stage. Obviously, a lot of like business companies, organizations, they actually need writers these days, and they just don't need writers, they need someone that's being creative in their writing. And obviously, imagine you've gone into to take a degree in creative writing. That's just like an added value, because some people actually have this thing like an inbuilt talent, like I said earlier. So if you've got this and you're going to, you know, take a course on it, it's going to be pretty much straightforward for you to actually navigate through it. So I'm not saying these courses are actually easy just because they're not worth it or it's just easy peasy. No, it's only because I believe you've got passion for it. That's why you're going into it. And that way is going to be pretty much straightforward for you and pretty much easier for you. I'm not saying if you're doing like a law degree, you didn't have passion for it. You obviously have passion for a law degree, but if you do not understand the legal context, if you don't understand the laws, if you don't get the acts right, if you don't get those sections right, if you don't get those Latin words right, then you're gonna struggle. But with these sort of other degrees I just mentioned, it's pretty much easier for you to just navigate through it without having to just know it for A or B, if that makes sense to you. So you can be more creative with it, like you can find your way around it, sort of. Anyways, I hope this video actually helps, and please feel free to also share your opinions if you've got any other course or any degree that you actually know that it's easier to navigate through, because this might actually help somebody. And let's share this video to help your friend, to help your friend, and to help a friend and family. Anyways, I'll be sure to see you guys in my next video, and do have a lovely day. Bye.